Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? It's your boy JCG. Welcome back to the lounge. All right, so it's been a few days now, and we just recently had the Game Awards on Thursday night, and they revealed some cool stuff. Some of the stuff I was really excited for. Like Capcom is making a brand new Onimusha game, and I've been wanting to get into Onimusha as of late, so that's great to hear. What else? Capcom also got Okami 2 coming, so that's really cool. There's a new Turok game. Today, though, the topics that we're going to talk about are they're related to fighting games, and they were also revealed at the Game Awards. We're going to talk about Clive from Final Fantasy 16 being in Tekken 8, the first guest character for Tekken 8. And we're going to talk about Virtua Fighter 6, or right now it's just called Virtua Fighter. They didn't officially call it VF6, but that's what we're all assuming it's going to be called. So, yeah, we're gonna get into that. First, let's cover Virtua Fighter 6. Let me just start out by saying that I have never really been a Virtua Fighter fan or player. That's not to say that I don't have love or respect for the franchise. I understand that Virtua Fighter is actually a very important, it's a type of legacy franchise that a lot of people like to point to for being the originator of the 3D fighting game. And in a lot of ways, they're right. It is like Virtua Fighter is where 3D fight. Here's the thing: we had fighting games before Virtua Fighter. Like Street Fighter existed before Virtua Fighter, but the 3D fighting game subgenre didn't come into the it didn't come into the fold just yet because the technology just wasn't there yet. Virtua Fighter set that subgenre in motion. We wouldn't have a Tekken or a Soul Calibur or a Dead or Alive without Virtua Fighter. So we have to give it props for that, because that Virtua Fighter is like one of the I would say one of the greatest pieces of gaming history out there. But in my opinion, Virtua Fighter, in terms of like gameplay and just overall visual representation, it has not aged well. It really has not aged well. And I'm just gonna say it. Like, Virtua Fighter, a lot of people love it. It has a good amount of fans, and I'm happy that those fans are seeing their favorite franchise come back. Me personally, though, I just could never really get into Virtua Fighter, mainly because, graphically, it just wasn't updated. Like, even Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, which is like the most recent release, it's just a remaster of VF5. And it looks fine, but it doesn't look that great in comparison to like the how other fighting games look visually today. And on top of that, Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown reuses and recycles sounds and hit sounds, hit effects from like older game titles. That was like, I don't know why, but that's just like so weird. It's like, why are you doing that for? Was Virtua Fighter 5 is an old game, but still, you're re-releasing it in current day in 2020. Well, let's see, VF5 Ultimate Showdown came out in 2021, but they're re-releasing it for PC now on Steam, and it's coming out next year in 2025. It's like, why is it still using old sound effects? Yeah, that's just kind of like my issue with VF5. But I gotta say, VF6, from the very small snippet of gameplay footage we got from that trailer, that announcement trailer, Virtua Fighter 6 is looking clean, man. It's looking so beautiful. The graphics are updated. The gameplay. That's another thing that I had an issue with Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. The gameplay just didn't it just didn't help hold up that well either. It was more slower and methodical. This one's more faster. It looks more fluid. On top of that, with the prettier graphics, again, it's probably like really early like alpha footage that we're seeing, but you know, it looks really good from just that one like 10 seconds of gameplay footage that we got. So yeah, man. As someone who isn't like an avid fan of Virtua Fighter, I am. To say that I'm looking forward to this is an understatement. I am actually really excited to see how this game is going to turn out. So yeah, Virtua Fighter 6, I'm going to keep that on my radar. Now the other thing that I want to talk about is Clive being in Tekken 8 as a guest character. And as of right now, there are a lot of mixed opinions on this. Some people hate it, some people love it, some people kind of feel indifferent about it. Me personally, let me start off by saying this. I love Final Fantasy 16. Or I'm kind of biased towards it because I love that game's combat. I like that Final Fantasy is moving into a more action-oriented game series. Here's the thing: I didn't play FF16 yet because I don't have a PS5 yet, unfortunately. But I really genuinely I think FF16 is almost a masterpiece of a game, and once I get my hands on it, I'm gonna really spend a lot of time playing that game because I love how that game, just the gameplay of FF16 is just so good, man. So while I have a huge love for FF16, and I would say I've been a more recent Final Fantasy fan in general, I'm not the most excited for Clive in Tekken 8. And that's not because I have a problem with the character himself. No, Clive is awesome. But I know I'm not the only one who thinks that Clive would fit better if this were like Soul Calibur 7, right? Because we can all agree that Tekken's like, I'll get to this point in a minute, but Tekken's for the most part, a lot of their core characters have been hand-to-hand combatants, and Clive bringing in a sword and magic. It does he does feel out of place for sure. And unfortunately, I don't know if there's ever going to be a Soul Calibur 7 anytime soon. I don't know if Bandai Namco still cares about that series, but if it were a Soul Cal 7, then we all agree that Clive would be an excellent fit there because that game is all weapons based. Literally, the whole purpose of that game is fighting with blades and magical supernatural powers and all that. So that would have been a perfect fit for Clive to make a guest appearance in. But of course, we got him here in Tekken 8. And I will admit, his gameplay looks great. Like, honestly, his gameplay looks absolutely top notch. And I kind of want to main him, if I'm being real. But I understand why some people are frustrated because they were hoping for Tifa or maybe even another character who would just like fit the world of Tekken better than Clive would. And you know, I can't blame them. I can't blame them at all. You know, I would have liked to see Tifa. She was. I even made like a guest character list where she was on it, and with some other characters like Rock Howard from Fatal Fury and stuff like that. But yeah, here's the thing though. Like I said, would I have chosen Clive to be in this game as the first guest character, or a guest character at all? Nah. Personally, no. But am I upset? Nope. That trailer won me over, alright? That's just my opinion. And, you know, I get people's frustrations. At the same time, however, I did read a good amount of comments that have said that, you know, Tekken, a game series where we have not one, but two bears, a grizzly bear and a panda bear. And we've even had a kangaroo, a velociraptor, a wooden dummy that just copies everybody else's moves, and a bunch of robots too. It's like, yes, I get it. Clive is not everyone's pick for a guest character for a game like Tekken. But when you factor in all those other aspects of Tekken, how Tekken pretty much is, honestly, Virtua Fighter is like a more realistic real world martial arts focused fighting game. Tekken has always been on the more fantastical, supernatural side of things, if you really do think about it. Especially when you factor in characters like Jin and Kazuya and Reina now, who pretty much have the devil gene in them. You know, when you take those factors, you kind of realize that Clive really we even had like, what was it, Tekken 3? They put in this little dinosaur character called Gon. Like, I don't even, literally it was like this weird little orange dinosaur called Gon, and it's like people weren't really upset about that back then, but you know, Clive is where we draw the line. I don't know, man. You know, I'm definitely gonna put out a gameplay video of Clive because, you know, I'm excited to get my hands on him. But yeah, I think that while Clive isn't a guest character I would have chosen for this game, I'm not upset about it. I'm not mad about it at all. But it has divided the Tekken community. And you know, regardless of what you think, I am just happy that Tekken 8 is turning out to be a better game as the months go by, and I'm excited for the future of Tekken. But yeah, those are my thoughts on all this, you guys. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And if you want, leave a comment. Tell me down below. Are you a Virtua Fighter fan? You looking forward to the new Virtua Fighter 6 coming out? You happy that they're finally bringing back this franchise after, what was it, like almost 20 years since Virtua Fighter 5? I think it has been, yeah, definitely almost a decade. But yeah, it's been a long time. And tell me what you think about Clive being the first guest character in Tekken 8. Did you ever play Final Fantasy 16 yet? Are you looking forward to Clive? If so, tell me why in the comments, or tell me why not. But yeah, man, I can't believe a lot of FGC content creators right now are ecstatic that Virtua Fighter is coming back. But yeah, it's great, man. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video, share it, and subscribe to join the lounge. In fact, a lot of you guys who actually watch my channel, you are not subscribed to the channel. So if you can consider it, please subscribe to JCG's Lounge. There's going to be plenty more videos like this to come in 2025. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for not just fighting games, but video games in general. And yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for taking the time to stop by my channel today and watch this video. It means a lot to me. This is your boy JCG, and I will see you later. God bless. I'm out. Deuces.